Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Aries, this reading is for the 12th of August through the 19th of August. Let's get into it. Let's see what kind of week you're going to have. All right, Aries, let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. First card out of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Your third eye is wide open about some things. Here we have the King of Swords. Here we also have the Four of Swords. Here we have the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Here we have the Ace of Wands, right? So your third eye is open. So somebody is really just, learning how to really the power of your fire. And how to use your fire, how it could come across to other people, whether you're using your fire for good or how it comes across the impression of your fire. Here we have the King of Wands here, King of Swords here, and just using your fire wisely. Here we have the Five of Swords here, because some people would say you're using your fire, comes across as hostile and argumentative, and then some people will say, vice versa. But somebody is just now waking up from some nightmares of their own. 5 and 4 is 9. So something has ended, right? Something has ended. Whatever anxiety somebody may have been going through is coming to an end, right? So here we have the Knight of Cups. Maybe love saved somebody. Maybe the love of a new grandchild or love of a new romantic love is saving somebody. But somebody is saving someone from coming across as, hostile or argumentative in some way, shapes, or like coming across as being irritated by something. And so sometimes love does that. But Source is trying to teach somebody also how to save themselves, how to save yourself so it doesn't affect other areas of your life. It doesn't affect your heart. It doesn't affect people who are around you who love you. So I feel like this is a week where now your eyes are definitely open. Here we have Two of Pentacles here, to about more of a healthy work-life balance. Yeah, more of a healthy work-life balance. Here we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of work is going to be done here. Somebody is definitely doing the energy work. Praying more, meditating more, those kind of things. Here we also have the Six of Pentacles, some kind of an approval for money or something that could be coming through for you. So somebody is learning how to plant some brand new seeds, in your mind, not looking for other people's acceptance and approval, when it comes to matters of the heart, and just kind of getting off that fence. It's like somebody is saying, when it comes to romantic relationships or friendships or even family love, somebody is saying you're not going to put as much energy into things that you were before because it's affecting other areas of your life. It's starting to affect things where it's causing you to come across, it's causing you to look like you're the bad guy in a sense. So this is what somebody's working on this week, now that your third eye is open, and how it can make you look to other people, or come across to other people. And so as a result of that, Source is saying, here was the heartbreak right here. Somebody's learning how to move on from heartbreak and deep disappointment. Somebody's learning how to move on from some kind of heartbreak and deep disappointment, of some things. So yeah, that's what I'm saying so far. So Taurus is trying to teach somebody how to save themselves by learning your own love language and just your love language doesn't have to be tricky. Like once you learn your love language and you're communicating that to other people, it's like learning any other kind of language, right? There could be language barriers where something could be lost in translation. So if somebody doesn't understand your love language, you're asking for clarity. You're asking for clarity so there's no misunderstanding. So it doesn't come across as impulsive. So it doesn't come across as like I said, hostile. Like it doesn't come across as the Five of Swords. Like it's something else going on. Here's the Justice card. Somebody has dealt with energies that thought everything comes too easy for you. They come, I feel like somebody has dealt with vain and vengeful spirits of things that things come too easy for you. Here's your ace of wands, like two energies in particular that you may have been indecisive about, but it's two energies that source is saying that you feel like may have felt like burned you, and to some degree, or left you in a state of confusion, or broke your heart, or deeply disappointed you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Could have been two situations where you could have been a lot of arguments, having to deal with that, possibly in love, or you were looking for their acceptance and approval, but what somebody wasn't saying, that it was affecting other areas of your life and had people looking at you differently. Here we have the Knight of Swords, and Source needed you to stay focused. Source needed you to take the blindfolds off so you can see how it was affecting other areas of your life. Yeah, Source said, and it's like your ancestors kept saying, take the blindfolds off. This is affecting other areas of your life, right? Here we have the Eight of Wands here. Get away from that. That's what Source is like. You're carrying their burdens on your shoulders. You're carrying their bitterness and their burdens on your shoulders. You don't see how it's making you look. Like your ancestors kept saying that, like these two energies right here, you're carrying their burdens and their bitterness on your shoulder, but somebody couldn't see it. It was like that impulsiveness, that Mars, your ruling planet, that tower just kept like, but bam, like somebody just kept having a tower moment and just couldn't see. Your ancestors was like tapping you on the shoulder, like you letting these people control how other people see you. And so you never let love interests mess up your part of, other areas of your life, Aries, by trying to it's not like that they were trying to control. It's like, getting upset with, it's like coming out of an argument with a love interest and then taking it out on everybody else. And other people are like, well, what did I do? That's you should be taking it out on the love interest. And other people, so Source is saying, anytime you may have felt like somebody did an injustice to you, and you're carrying that something on your shoulders. So the Source is saying something is coming across something is coming across your path that's helping you to see things through a different lens. That the more time you invest your head and heart in something, the harder it is for you to move on from something. The more you keep talking about something, it's going to keep invoking a nightmare. So a love interest possibly, a lover is going to some kind of partnership in business and or in love is going to help you to no longer do an injustice to yourself. They just like, you know what, this going to help you make a decision to focus on, stop investing so much of your head and heart in stuff. That's what somebody's love interest may be doing. Like, take the blindfolds on. You put too much of your head and heart in stuff. So if somebody may be having a talk with you this week, is like, you put so much of your head and heart. So somebody may be saying to you, you have such a big heart, you love so deep and you love so hard, but when you get mad, you take it out on everybody, people that don't deserve it. So whoever love interest in your life may be having that conversation with somebody this week, and just hopefully you hear them loud and clear. Hopefully you take what they have to say, the right way. Here's the Emperor card, so you can learn how to land on the light side of Emperor energy. And cut ties with anything that could limit your abundance. Yeah. So here we have the Magician card, so you can learn how to take your power back. If it's costing you this much to love somebody, if it's hurting you to love somebody, it's best to cut ties with them. And that's what they're saying. So here we have the Chariot card. So Source is saying, you're learning how to take your power back, and Source is actually rewarding you for just cutting ties. Just cutting ties. If it's hurting you to love some people, it's time to just cut ties with them. So, and move on from the disappointment. And do the mirror work. And just see your worth and your value in the mirror and stop feeling so restricted. So, and move on from the disappointment. Here we have the Page of Swords, and stop talking about it. It's like somebody's walking a tightrope of just disappointment. So, yep, that's what I'm seeing for this week. So, somebody could have a love interest in their life that's helping you to stop overthinking something. Somebody's giving way too much thought to, like you have a big heart, you love deep and you love hard, and just like, there's somebody trying to teach you, is like, if it's hurting you to love people this much, you need to cut ties. If you got to be talking about it this much, somebody need to cut ties. It's costing you money, it's costing you relationships, it's costing the people around you that really love you to keep talking about something. So, Yeah, so and it's costing you legacy. It's costing you your legacy wealth, right? And it's gonna cost somebody to being by themselves, being alone. That's what it's costing somebody. It's gonna cost people to want to not be around you. You have a new attitude. So Archangel Michael is with you. So you have the gift of clear sentience. Pick up when you pick up on others' vibrations. Just time to pour into yourselves more. But don't return somebody's calls. Somebody's amongst incubi and succubi. You have the gift of clear cognizance. Document your dreams day and night. There are signs all around you, but it's time to put yourselves first. If somebody failed at stealing your identity, but your laughter is medicine. And so pray and meditate. Do the mirror work. It's time to close out the cycles in love. Your ancestors have a message. Somebody's ex was on some kind of an assignment. You're healing from the pain some energies are causing. And so, source is saying more money is trying to come across your path soon, but journal your journey and new love awaits for you. And so, make room for a new blessing. And so, listen to your intuition, the sacral chakra cleanse. And yeah, get focused. Source needs somebody to get focused for a change. And this was the whole reading. The whole reading is like, somebody has a love interest that understands you, that is helping your emotions, like helping your emotional state. Basically, they're saying it doesn't matter whether it's blood relatives, ex romantic interest, whoever. If it's hurting you this bad to love somebody, it's affecting other relationships in your life where you're going to end up by yourself, trying to build a legacy by yourself because it's pushing other people away. And so don't do an injustice to yourself. Take your power back and just you rather cut those energies off instead of holding on to, something that's causing just doing an injustice to you. Why would you do an injustice to yourself by holding on to energies where you got it? The more and more I have a big heart and people keep taking advantage of me and I don't understand why. So it's like cut them off. Cut them off. The longer you keep talking about it, the angrier you get. Productivity. I focus on projects aligned with my long-term goals. I move away from disturbances. I walk toward focus. I summon my attention to all that is crucial to my success. I take breaks to avoid burnout. I'm grateful for my work. I release tension. I allow my mind to move into a state of flow. All right, so yeah, look forward to having a good week. Somebody's really going to encourage you to finally cut ties with anything that you've been holding on to, talking about, whatever. Just dead the situation. It's a wrap. Just close it out and move on. Stop doing an injustice to yourself. Move on from something. If somebody's been make a final decision, that's what the Lover's card is. To love yourself. Stop doing an injustice to yourself. It's time to live a life that you love and a life that you're pleased with. And so this person is not coming to save you. That's the Knight of Cups. They're not coming to save you. They're teaching you how to save yourself. So large sums of money flow to me easily and freely. I now accept the overflow of increase that is pouring into my life. I am connected to the divine source, so there is never lack. See, what somebody doesn't understand is that big-hearted people who are overgivers, and this is what I was trying to explain in my previous reading. Somebody put a comment under my videos. I don't connect with the videos. That don't connect, whatever. People put all kinds of comments under the videos all the time. But thank you to those of you all who also put other types of comments under the videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. But what big-hearted people don't understand is that there's also a universe bank too. So when you're a big-hearted person, you're a giver. In this case, you're an overgiver. It's like you put so much goodness out into the universe that when it starts coming back to you in unexpected ways, you got to be in receiving mode. It may not come back in a way that you expected. It can come back from a complete stranger. So what? It doesn't come back from the very energies that you wanted it to come back from. So maybe it was an ex that broke your heart, ex-friend, ex-family member, whatever, that broke your heart. It can come back from a complete stranger that's just saying they want to do a good deed. Source said you got to be in a position to be in receiving mode though. Because if it's coming back in unexpected ways and you don't see the spirit that God is saying, okay, I'm sending it to you. You put this out to the universe. I'm sending some goodness back to you. You're going to almost dismiss it. Like, well, it's not coming back from the very energies I wanted to come back from. So you'll dismiss it. It can come back from your grandkids. You'll dismiss it because it didn't come back from a romantic love interest. It can come back from your kids, but because it didn't come back from a romantic love interest, it's that it doesn't hit the same. It can come back from a new love, but because that ex love interest didn't close out the cycle you wanted it to close out from, it's not hitting the same. Sources like, don't miss your opportunities by doing an injustice to yourself to meet your twin flame in business and in love, because somebody has not made a decision within themselves to close out dysfunctional relationships. You got to make a decision to close out dysfunctional relationship. That's not somebody else's decision to close it out. That's your decision to close it out. Somebody has a big heart. And so when I'm teaching about Cambian spirits and druids and those kind of things, that's just another layer of what people ask me to teach about, to help people to see these spirits are very real. They can come into your dreams and create nightmares. And people are asking these types of energies to close out relationships for you. Like how people are going to close out relationships with you when people are still under the possession of something else. You don't want something that's under possession of anything else to close out a relationship for you when they don't understand what the possession that they're under, and you're asking for closure. No. If you have a big heart, you have a good heart, and you've been putting all this energy out into the universe, you don't want to miss the opportunity when you got loved ones around you that's in. They're the ones that's trying to pour back into you, and because your attention is over here and you got all this goodness over here, it's hard to receive it because you haven't gotten something closed out from something that's under another possession over there. I don't want y'all to miss it. I really don't want y'all to miss it. So document your dreams day and night. Like I said before, Source is trying to clear some things up for somebody. So start bringing positive energy into your life. Be the energy you desire to attract. Be the energy you desire to attract. I don't worry about negative comments under my videos because that's the energy you send out to the universe that comes back to you. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. But I'm helping somebody to see when you have a big heart, big-hearted people leave themselves wide open to get hurt if you don't learn the lesson. That there is a universe bank out there. So all those deposits you've been putting into people's lives that other people don't know about, that's part of it. It's like, okay, sometimes people are not going to see what your intentions are. Sometimes people are not going to see that. They're not going to see what your intentions are. All you know is what your intentions are. That's it. That's all that matters. All you know is what your intentions are. So if your intentions was a good person, that's between you and God. So there's a Pisces that can be involved in something. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. So that you don't have to get overwhelmed. So while the moon is in Scorpio, Source wants you to, when the moon is in Scorpio, put down a list of what you could be ashamed or embarrassed of, from as far back as you can remember, because the moon in Scorpio gives you an opportunity. This is a deeply transformative period where you can say, I can bring all of those shameful and hurtful experiences to the surface, where I can now flush all of that out, and I can say, okay, now I can make room for some beautiful experiences in my life. You can start saying, yes, I have a good heart. I love deep and I love hard. I did put a good energy out into the universe. And so the next time a complete stranger or loved ones want to do something good for me, I can be right there in the moment and just recognize that's God's way of saying, maybe I didn't get the good back from what I thought I was going to get it from, but I'm open to receive the goodness from wherever source is sending it to me from. So yeah. You got to understand how spirits work. You have to understand how spirits work. So here we have Wildcat. So be still and tune in, for there is something aloof lurking alongside you. There could be a Leo somewhere lurking somewhere. So, or two, or maybe some. But remember, the Lionsgate portal is open until the 12th. So it's just trying to help somebody come through a survival mode. This survival mode, like, helping somebody to come out of this, some kind of a mindset way of thinking. So that is what I have for you all. Let me see if there's a number card. Yeah, let's see if there's a number for you. But yeah, so somebody's third eye is open about two situations, and Source is trying to break you out of a negative way of thinking, because it's only hurting you. It's only hurting you. If you knew how that the universe has a universe bank, all the goodness we put out into the universe comes back to us. So 777, I'm in the flow. So your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you right now is part of your purpose, a state of peace and calmness in your soul. So yeah, so things are coming to you. So that's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye.